What's happening everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBunch and this is the second part of the video, the Coolpad 6 review, where I tell you the reasons why you shouldn't buy this phone. If you want to have a look at the reasons why you should buy it, that video is linked in the description. So let's start. The first thing I really don't like about this phone is the software. Yes, Journey UI is somewhat better than Cool UI and Lyco's EUI, but is still far from perfect. It glitches occasionally. The notification system is the real pain. That is what bothered me the most. Instead of a simple swipe to clear notifications, you have to tap to delete them. So an additional step every single time. Moreover, there is noticeable delay between tapping the notification buttons and the backlight coming on, so you do know that something is a bit off here. Although dual apps is a very welcome feature, the phone doesn't hog memory, there is plenty of free RAM, there is no bloat here, those are all quite welcome. But the way too colorful icons, the multitasking tray, those do look a bit bloated and they do need to go. Although there is no stutter in the launcher, it does sometimes get bogged down as well. It's a good first attempt, no doubt, but it definitely needs refinement. Now strangely, one thing that I found this phone is really not that great at is gaming. I tried several games on this phone including Asphalt 8, Nova 3 and the likes, and I did notice a consistent lag in some of these games, especially when there were a lot of objects in play. So that was quite a bit strange. Even though there was about 2.5 to 3 gigs of RAM free, the phone did stutter a bit at times. It didn't get warm or hot, it just stuttered sometimes. Even though this phone has quite a powerful GPU, gaming is definitely not its forte. With 6 gigs of RAM, I definitely thought that this would be able to play the higher-end games quite easily. But yeah, consistent frame drops and not exactly lag-free gaming is what you would get with the Coolpad 6. Another thing that bothers most people about this phone is the design. It's not everybody's cup of tea. The design is quite a bit outdated. The bezels around the display look really atrocious, especially on the gold variant. If you can wait for the black one, I presume that is going to look a lot better. Now instead of using a unibody metal construction, Coolpad went with a plastic bottom and top design, which we have seen previously from Xiaomi as well. But they have moved on to a unibody metal construction, which looks way superior. It looks more premium. So again, this phone does feel dated in that aspect as well. Although the phone does feel very good to hold, don't get me wrong there, the flat front does make the display more susceptible to damage. You do get a screen guard within the box which can help in that aspect. Now the biggest letdown of this phone are definitely those cameras. They are simply mediocre. The portrait or SLR mode requires a lot of work, it cannot detect edges properly and makes images turn out way softer. And moreover, as soon as it starts to get a bit dark, the cameras simply fail. The SLR mode doesn't work well there at all. Moreover, focusing is an issue with this camera. It tries to hunt for focus quite often, whether it's in normal mode or whether you are in portrait or SLR mode. The single camera, everything looks murky, the colors are muddled and the general lack of details is really appalling. At this price point, this is pretty much the second worst camera. The Redmi Note 4 again tops this chart. That's the only phone which has a worse camera than the Coolpad 6. Low light images are virtually unusable. The camera has issues focusing on subjects there as well. You really need to have very steady hands if you want to get a blur free shot. Same goes for the 8 megapixel front camera. In good amount of light, yes, it can capture some details, but as soon as it gets a bit dim, just a bit short of perfect lighting, you get very bad results. Yes, it's good enough for posting online on social media. 4K video recording although sounds great on paper, but again there is a lot of focus hunting there and again suffers from the same issues. Lack of details which we see in images as well. So folks, those were my points. The good points about the Coolpad 6 and the reasons why you shouldn't buy it. Do make a decision based on what features you actually like. As a performance-focused device, the Coolpad 6 makes sense. It performs great in day-to-day use. You get used to the quirks quickly and the black bezels too. But what you won't get used to are those mediocre cameras. At this price point, again, as I said, there's a lot of competition. You have the Mi A1, you have the Redmi Note 4 there available, the Moto G5s, the Lenovo K8 Note. There is just a lot of competition in this space. Each of those phones has their own pros and cons. I have listed the pros and cons of the Coolplay 6. Hope that really helped you in making a decision. Thanks for watching both of these videos. If you want to watch the pros of this device, that video is linked in description. Again, thanks for watching. Do hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and as always, have a great day.